Hello everyone, it's Dylan here, and we have another amazing video here for you today. It's going to be more Naruto Storm 4 online fights here and battle analysis, and this time we're using an OG 3-man team. Meaning, we're using a 3-man team that I have used since Storm 2, which is over 12 years ago, or even longer. And that team doesn't really transfer that well in this game, and I'll be explaining why that is. But I wanted to try to use a 3-man team to see how Adagiem EX or Tagordi does against 3-man teams, because I've been using mainly 2-man teams. And the reason for that is because I tend to do better with 2-man teams at this point in time, because I've been playing them the most and I'm most comfortable with them, and they're most reliable to me, and I like how quickly the supports come back. Of course, you lose a little bit in diversity, but here we're going to try and see what happens. So we got him there, popped him up with the Kiba Jutsu. Got him in the air combo, and Rock Lee kind of just didn't do anything there. We just spaced him out enough to avoid the damage, and we got burn damage on Shikamaru, knocked him to the ground. He has no chakra, no substitution bars. We wasted a lot of chakra, so this will be the thing. My chakra management as well as my support management will not be as good as it usually is. Kiba popping them up again. By the way, you typically should probably never use Kiba. I would recommend Sakura in this Sasuke for sure, but Kiba is awesome stun there by Shikamaru. Kiba is a little rough because the penalty of knocking down your dog is not very good. So for someone who likes to switch a lot, that was really good Kiba there. You're going to actually see Kiba use pretty well here, but to use Kiba, if you want to use Kiba, this is the thing, guys. If you want to use Kiba, because he is a strike back, knockback, you have to just kind of use him as a support and never combo with him, and try not to get the dog knocked down. Once the dog is knocked down, you can't combo or anything like that. Awesome guard pressure. Really good continuation of combo. Using, there we go. Kiba, like, not doing that much there as well. Again, with the up combo. And into a jutsu. The problem with that jutsu, the Rock Lee jutsu, guys, is it costs too much chakra. It's too expensive. So those are kind of like two characters that the risk may be too heavy for you, right? So like all of a sudden half of your chakra bar disappears or more if you use Rock Lee's jutsu and you don't buffer the inputs correctly to get that chakra recovery glitch, right? He's really good with this tilt, actually, I noticed. I felt a lot of pressure with the Rock Lee tilt. I really like what he's doing there. I think you should keep going with that character. He's doing a really good job. Alright, so we're winning by a little bit. Once again, Rock Lee used as a support is actually a pretty great idea. It saves you from comboing a lot of the times. So like when you're getting comboed, that support will come out and actually save you. Look at that. Combo to ultimate, but I had a sub just in time. We did a punish grab where we punished with Sasuke's grab. Awesome game, dude. I have a lot of rust with this team. I'm not used to this team anymore, and it doesn't operate quite the same way. So back in the old... Oh, that was perfect. Oh my goodness. So that's the setup, right, that I want to get, but it's a lot harder to do that because things have been recalibrated and nerfed. So usually in past games, popping them up with either Kiba or Sakura and then doing a fireball hits a lot of the time. It's a nice strategy, especially in a game where most of the advanced tech is on the ground. This team can be really good. But the other thing to consider is when frame rate drops or the game lags, the only character that you can really rely on in this team that much is basically Sasuke and maybe Sakura's pop-up jutsu. But you won't be able to pop up... Oh, did you see that dash? The Z dash, super fast, insane. There, see, Rock Lee saving you with his taijutsu, leaf combo or whatever it's called. I know it's like leaf hurricane or something, but they call it something different in this game for some reason. So, like right there, I comboed with Kiba. That's a no-no. You kind of never want to... The only time you combo with Kiba is when you've confirmed the combo already and maybe you blue dash into him and then you can do his infinite and all that, and it's really, really great, right? But there it is. So, Sakura can help you a lot in this. She's pretty reliable, but none of these characters can really super carry you. It's a little bit tricky, but I think we're doing a lot better here. Okay, so our guard is red. He's doing a good job of getting our guard red a lot of the time. And I'm just going to take that shadow stitching jutsu. And Sakura helping me on wake up on Oki, on his Oki. Try to train yourself to actually practice. If you don't have time to practice, then maybe don't play because you get bodied, right? Alright, so he's doing work with his awakening. He knows that I've done a lot of work with this Rock Lee Awakening for the people that watch it, because people tend to not really watch Rock Lee fights too much, but he's actually really good in this game, underrated. Very, very good. Of course, he has that amazing infinite air combo. I have a tutorial for it if you ever wanted to know exactly how to do it, how to reset. But I had very low subs, and I played it safe. We got the game there. Let's go to the next game, and let's see what happens here. Walk around. That's crazy how I didn't combo there. That's really weird. I don't know if that's normal. That didn't look very normal to me. That could be like a laggy thing. I'm not sure. Maybe it isn't. So we're both out of chakra. He defends the air tilt perfectly. Fireball not doing much. I kind of expended my whole gauge there. That's kind of a good way to use Kiba too. Ooh, the True Spear tilt on the Ultimate Jutsu. That was a fearless moment for sure. Because the ultimate could have hit me, right? So I could have spammed like substitute, but that doesn't always work, you know, or sometimes you fat finger it, you guard and sub at the same time, and then if you do that, it always prioritizes guard, right? If you ever notice, if you're guarding and subbing and why did you get hit, sometimes your right pointer finger is on guard, and that's what happens. All right, so here we go. Here I could have just ended it with an ultimate, or at least forced that substitution if it came, and I could have just ended the game, but I did not. Okay, we have Kiba here. Let's see if we can do anything or if we mess it up. Yeah, we kind of just didn't do anything with Kiba, right? And we opened ourselves up and became vulnerable kind of for nothing. The thing I would suggest with Kiba is, if you're going to do anything, do his tilt. Like, think of his tilt as his only attack. Or do his jutsu. Or if you've already wasted all the subs, then you can go to him and do the like the infinite, which I made an infinite video, like how to do everyone's infinite, right? Everyone's infinite and how to do it. I made a video on that if you haven't seen it yet. It is pretty good as a reference. It doesn't quite have all the infinites, but it has all the infinites that I knew. And it is most of the infinites in the game. And I do find that it is helpful. And people have told me that it is helpful. They use it kind of as a reference point to help them out. And I hope people are still using it. I hope it's helpful. Very good. So he keeps doing that. The one thing I will say is, in that infinite, like in the Rock Lee up combo, you want to switch out and maybe do like a guard break pill or something like that. All right, so he actually made a comeback. So really good stuff. We've won all the games so far with this team. Let's see if he can win, guys. Let's see if he can win. There he goes with the Rock Lee tilt. Really good, except for he didn't quite do it, I don't think, fast enough there. Because there's a stun lock there, right? But it's not super long usually. So here I'm trying Chidori, and I'll say this team does better with, like, Sasuke does better with the, I think, with the Fireball than the Chidori. I wanted to try it out, but I don't think this team synergy, that's what, that's very important to think about, team synergy. Will all of your teammates work well together, and will all of their jutsus and tilts work well together? These kind of things, right? It's very important. A lot of people use teams that don't have great team synergy, or they'll use a lot of people will use teams like with a vulnerability, with like a Achilles heel, we'll say, right? Like, so Achilles heel is like, Achilles was like a god, right? They dipped him in the river Styx. His mother dipped him in the river Styx to become like immortal and become like a god, but the part where she was holding him was the part that he didn't get dipped in. So he has that on his ankle, he has that weakness, that weak spot, right? Where he can actually, he's vulnerable. So, the Achilles heel in this situation, amazing ultimate jutsu, bro. The Achilles heel in this situation is actually like Kiba for me, right? And a lot of people will have something like that, where they have an Achilles heel or a vulnerable spot, and they don't have great team synergy. They have to be careful not to expose that Achilles heel or vulnerable spot. Or maybe just don't even have it in the team and pick a better character, because there's certain characters that have no vulnerability or Achilles heel. They might not have certain strengths, right? But so, like, for instance, like Pain would fix that problem for me because he doesn't have an Achilles heel. I don't have to worry about Akamaru being knocked down and then me not being able to combo. Alright, so here we're trying to adapt and avoid Lee, and we do a great Chidori. So Chidori actually working out for us here, getting a little bit of damage. I probably should have saved that tag for the team gauge to go up, because it's probably better for me to have the knockback. See, so strike back. I have it here, but now I don't have any more of those explosive tags. 13 seconds left. Kiba not doing anything there. Not really, just doing the minimum. So I talk about all these things, and so the concept there and the idea there is how much value did you get from that support or that character? And a big reason why 2-mans, in my opinion, are just as good, if not better, than 3-man sometimes is because I can get more consistent value. Hope you enjoyed, and more importantly, I hope you had a fantastic day, an amazing day. If not, I hope it gets better for you soon. Peace.